Welcome to Diet.com video. I'm Sarah Dussault, and today I'm with Stephen Cabral, body transformation expert. And today Stephen's showing me a core workout to help strengthen and tone my tummy, and hopefully all of yours at home as well. So Stephen, tell me a little bit more about these moves.
Absolutely, we're gonna do a superset today. So we're gonna start out with ball rollouts. So this is basically like using the wheel at the gym, but it's a little safer to get started. Hits your abs and obliques because you're resisting rotation, even a little bit in the lower back. And then after that, we're gonna follow it up with one for the glutes and the lower back, and that's called dynamic bridging. Both of them on a stability ball, and you can do this at home or at the gym. They both work fantastic, and that's pretty much it. You're gonna superset those. You can repeat it 2 more times if you feel like the first round wasn't too hard. All right, so we're gonna get started with the ball rollouts for the abs and the core muscles. What I'm gonna have Sarah do is keep her hips above her knees, so hips above the knee joint. She's gonna walk her hands out a little bit, and she's just gonna put her hands together right like this. So basically, palms together. And what I want Sarah to do now is roll out so that her ab muscles engage, her whole body goes straight, and then she pulls back in, but she stops when her hips go over her knees, and she doesn't come all the way back. The reason I don't want her to come all the way back is that I don't want her to disengage her core muscles and relax between reps, because if you do that, it's not gonna be much of a challenge for you. So what we want right here is to challenge Sarah to roll out as far as she can, keeping her ab and core muscles tight without her back overarching. So we don't want this big arch in the back, we actually want it tight like a plank. So if you were to do a plank with your forearms on the ground from either yoga or personal training, you can do the same exact movement. Another thing is we want to stretch the arms straight out, don't let them come side to side at all. So she's breathing in here, and then so breathing in, breathing out, coming back. Good, you want a tight breath of air as you come there, because you want to tighten your whole core, and then breathe out, coming back. To make it a little easier, you bring the ball closer to you. To make it more difficult, you push the ball further away to start. And that way there, less of your forearm is on the ball at the end. And obviously that's gonna make it a lot harder because all you have to support yourself are your abs, core muscles, and your hands. Let's do one more really good one. Abs tight, pull back, excellent. What I would say is shoot for about 10 to 15 repetitions of this. After you hit 15, just move the ball out further to make it more challenging for yourself. All right, the second part to this exercise is called ball bridging. So you wanna have a seat on this ball with your feet facing this way. Okay. So what I want you to do now is roll out on the ball so that only your shoulders and your head are on it. Okay, keep going a little further out. Keep going, keep going. Okay, great. So now what we want to do is arms across the chest and feet closer together. I only want your feet about 3-4 inches apart. And so now Sarah's keeping her hips up right now, glutes engaged. You don't want to feel this in your lower back or your hamstrings. Those muscles basically are secondary muscle groups to the glutes, which are your main extensors that you're pushing up with. Now this exercise, what I want Sarah to do is drop her hips down towards the floor slowly and then come back up straight. That was perfect, good. Come down slow and back up. So what you don't want to do is you don't want the ball to move. If you're doing this exercise correctly, the ball stays positioned under your shoulders and head and back up. If you feel your back touching the ball, your mid-back, what you want to do is roll out further on the ball. Good. And then that way there you can sink down and press up. So every time she sinks down, she's letting things relax, and then she's squeezing her glutes to push back up. So down and then push back up. Opens up your hip flexors like your psoas, and it squeezes your glutes together. And also you get your lower back working, so it's a fantastic core workout for the posterior chain, which is the back of the body, that a lot of times we don't work because we mainly concentrate on all these muscles here in the front that you can see in the mirror, and that neglects all these strong muscles in the back that helps elevate, lift your glutes, and strengthen your lower back. Let's do one more. Keep your knees over your ankles, so push them a little further out. Good, and that's it. And then you just roll back up in reverse. So what we basically did was ab rollouts for the core, oblique muscles, a little bit in the lower back, and then we did this great secondary exercise which works your glutes and lower back, called dynamic ball bridging. So those 2 exercises, a complete core workout. You can add it to the end of any one of your workouts or cardio days.
Well, I'm definitely feeling it in my abs. Thank you so much for showing me those moves. I've never actually done them before. And hopefully you guys at home like them too. Don't forget to check out our other ab workouts, especially the Britney Spears ab workout, which is one of my favorites. And we'll see you next time.